Not a pretty game.
No.
Fairly typical first game for two teams kind of feeling themselves out of it. What did you like? What did you not like?
Well, it's like I told the kids. There's a bunch of things that we did well, but there's obviously things we got to go back to work on and get better at. And I don't know that we completed a pass. Thought we played at times really, really good defense, but we also played a lot of snaps on defense. And we tried to play a lot of people, and even that, it was cramping. It was, by the end of it, we were down to on one of those drives when they scored, we were down to third string nose, a fourth string D, we were just hanging on. But the kids kept battling and fighting, and I think what I told them afterwards was his team, I can see a little bit of grit in it, you know what I mean, that I haven't seen. I can see that little sparkle, that I haven't seen the last, 2-3 years probably, and obviously back at me helping with defense, I'm biased towards that. I thought we played pretty well defensively. I mean, we turned it over. We turned them 3 times in the first half and couldn't get nothing from it,
Yeah.
And then had to defend at the end. Obviously, their quarterback was cramping as well.
Yeah.
Six, a really good player. Duke was probably 75%. You know what I mean?
Really?
And so he gutted it out. Just a lot of grit, toughness, and kids trying to battle and.
What's Duke's helmet?
He's got a foot, and then he got stepped in practice about 2 weeks ago in a bad spot in the back, and it just hasn't kind of healed right. And then he took a helmet right to it the first run of the game tonight. So then it was like gimp, and then he finally got one out, and burst one out. But I think 6 for them is good. We had multiple bodies on him at times, and he got through and made big runs. But then, we kind of bowed up down there on the end. I mean, it's like I told the kids. At the end of the day, in athletics, there's one thing that matters, and it's how many points it says we got versus how many points the other team has. And if we got more, then we'll live to see tomorrow, and we can make corrections, and the sky's not falling, and all that other kind of stuff.
Was there anything that stood out that kind of annoyed you that you kept doing?
I think. Well, for starters, our offensive coordinator was not here tonight.
Where was he?
He got ejected from the last basketball game last year, so he has to miss the first football game. So he wasn't here. Okay, so I'm not blaming that for offensive woes, but we did it tonight how we did it against Houston County. I mean, we prepared for it. We knew it. We didn't, it's not like it just happened this afternoon right before we got on the bus. We knew we'd been prepared for it, but it's just different in a live game as opposed to a scrimmage or even practice.
Who called plays today?
Our assistant head coach, offensive line coach, Barron Hamlin, and then Toledo signaled in, and then we had to move around who was in the box and not in the box. So we shuffled the cards over on that side. But we had planned for
execution is execution. You didn't do some things you should have done.
I think some signal issues, some communication issues, some stuff like that that normally we don't have. It might just be fundamental or missed assignments as opposed to, a couple of times we got the wrong play signaled in, or one time we had a tight end pulling and a sniffer coming, they hit each other. You know what I mean? Like stuff we just don't normally do. But and I'm not saying that's why, but obviously we got to get better on that side.
Well, their defense was focused on Duke like you were focused on Woodford.
They were. And I think we'll continue to get better. And you watch the film and see what happens, but
you should be able to humble them because they made a lot of mistakes and still had a chance to win the game. They made 250 yards in penalties.
Oh yeah.
And they still could have. Yeah. So you can say we won.
Well, I mean,
but
they had a bunch of penalties. We won the turnover margin.
Yeah.
And really, it's a 6-point game.
Yeah.
Like you go +2 in the turnover margin. The other team has 150 yards in penalties.
Yeah.
Should win by 35 probably.
Yeah.
But we won by 6.
Yeah. It's still not going to be a pretty film.
Yeah. It's not that.
Yeah.
And that's just what I told them. It's grit, and then don't be satisfied. I mean, we still got a long way to go, and we got goals that we want to achieve, and we got to play another good team next week, and then another one the week after that, and another, it doesn't stop. We got to find a way to improve and get better.
You didn't play good football. You played winning football.
Yeah,
winning effort.
Well, what I told them is we did enough to win. I mean, it wasn't pretty.
Yeah.
But
you saw that the toughness and physicality you haven't seen consistently for
the last 2
4
or 3
quarters.
years. We would have found a way to lose that game as opposed to find a way to win.
Right.
So that's the grittiness I'm talking about. This team might have a little sparkle. I can see in them, like they got a little toughness and grit to them. If this was 2 years ago, we'd have found a way to lose that game there tonight. We found a way to win it.
Last week when we talked, what's the one thing we talked about? special teams.
Oh, yeah.
About games being won and lost on special teams.
Absolutely.
Well, exactly what happened. You saw that play out tonight.
Yeah.
With that punt.
The punt snapped over the head, then they missed a PAT. Of course, we did too, but our kicker's hurt. We got a 9th grader in there doing PATs. We about got a bloop over here. You know, we got 2 decent punts off, I think, but then we got a shank. So, yeah, I mean, that's it. I mean, in games like that where it's close, that's what it's going to come down to, those little things, special teams and, you know, a hidden yard here or there.
And the way it was going, whoever won in spite of themselves.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, I mean,
it was whoever won was very fortunate to win.
Yeah, it was a grind out, man, you know, but I think that being said, we did enough the last 2 drives they had the ball defensively to kind of say that we had a little bit to do with it. You know what I mean?
You still won it more than they lost it when it came down to crunch time.
Probably, you know. But they're good and they're young.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I told Wiggins out there. We ain't playing you no more, man. You know, sophomore quarterback, sophomore wideout, junior running back, like forget that.
Yeah.
You know?
But they don't have any big right tackles, I don't think, coming up.
Yeah. I hope, well.
Because that's 2 in a row you've had to face different guys.
Yeah. But I thought our front held up good defensively. You know, I thought they did a decent job. So, you know, we'll get back in the shop tomorrow, and you know, whittle some things out, watch some film, and you know.
Did you have anybody go down? How are you health wise?
I don't think so. I mean,
just regular cramps and
humid, hot cramps. You know, I mean, and we defended a lot of freaking plays on defense, man. We defended a lot of plays. That's why I said, start the second half. We defended an 8-minute drive. We got to stop.
Right.
And then we had a 3-play -2 yard drive on offense. Yeah. And we had to go right back out there, and that's how they got up 14-7.
Yeah.
I mean, you defend 8 minutes, and then you get a -2 3-play drive on offense. We got to punt it. Bad punt. They go down and score. We're in the hole.
Yeah.
You know? And then Duke busts one, and then they snap one over the head, and we get it. You know? That's how it happens. You know?